Hi Capricorn, welcome to your Quantum Weekly reading with me, Jocelyn the Quantum Queen. So let us dive in. These are going to be a little bit different, so just follow along. I shall show you what is happening as we go through. This is a course for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and Venus. And if you guys would like to book a one-on-one reading with me, you can find my information down below in the description box. And just wanted to say thank you for liking, subscribing, and thank you for all the good karma donations. I appreciate it so, so much. So, okay. Sorry, they are just flipping over in blocks right now. And that is lovely. Okay. Hold on, Cap. Let's see what's coming in for you. There. Okay, interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and take that one, the thread. Cap. So I think what's happening is I think that there's something kind of going on in your life where you're feeling some type of confliction or darkness or confusion, like you don't exactly know, but the thread, it's always about like finding a line of sight, you know, finding a direction out of that. And I think it's going to be a lot through your kind of connection to the universe. That's going to really help you get out of this, whatever it is for you. So we're definitely going to dive in and see what else comes out about this, okay? So, like I said, so these are going to go, like I said, really different, and I'm going to pull it in according to the houses in astrology, okay? Because I wanted to cover more areas. So, actually, Cap, here's what's cool coming out. In your first house, which is all about self, this is like how you view yourself, you've got fortitude or the strength card coming in. So this is you, courageous, like compassionate. You've got a lot of strength of character. It doesn't surprise me at all with Capricorns, but there's just something going on that you just kind of need to remember who you are. If you're not already in that frame of mind, it's like you need to just step back into that because it's going to help you. You just need to envision yourself being strong through this, and it will help you to find solutions of whatever is coming out, okay? In your second house, which is your money position, we've got the Chariot, okay? So things actually might be going pretty well for you guys coming up. It's probably, there's a lot of success. Oops, sorry. There's a lot of success that comes with the Chariot card. So you guys might be finding a lot of forward movement and direction when it comes to how you make money. Like maybe you guys are even having, like things are starting to pick up a lot and you're starting to, maybe even for the holidays, maybe you guys have more of a stressful job, but there's a lot of stuff that's going to be picking up and getting in a fast moving direction when it comes to your money, okay? Like it almost feels like for some of you, you might have opportunities where you can work more or work harder or longer to get more money. That could be popping out with the Chariot card. Some of you might actually even be traveling for something. You might be moving somewhere very quickly or traveling somewhere soon. Let's see what else comes out. Because I want to see where this... Did I not pull out the Ten of Swords? But I just put it back in. Okay, I did not even realize that I did that. Must not have been meant to come out in your spread. So that's good. So in your third house, this is your communication. So I feel like you guys actually might have someone reaching out to you that's going to be communicating to you. It could be like a Pisces. It could be someone that you're very intuitively connected to. But I think there's someone where there's this entanglement, right? You might also be needing to, Cap, when someone reaches out to you, they might be picking up on something about you and you're having to really control your emotions around them, okay? That could be a part of that thread. There could be some confusion that will come in from someone that communicates with you. So we'll dive into that further. We'll see what comes out. When it comes to your home life, okay, we've got the Three of Wands. So you might be kind of like, some of you could be exploring different options of where you want to live. Just throwing that out there. Maybe you're throwing it around a bit, or some of you, this can all be about your ships coming in. So if you guys have been out there looking for a new house, you could have something come in that looks very promising, you know, or for some of you, you could just feel like there's a lot of kind of contentment, like you're getting everything in your house. It looks positive there when it comes to your home life, at least from what I'm seeing. At least that's what you guys will be coming to. There's that 10 of Swords. Okay, so apparently this is where it was meant to come in. Here is your creativity, okay? Your 5th house. So some of you might feel like you're feeling constricted, or you're feeling like you're not very creative in some ways. And creativity can mean so many different things. This is self-expression. This can be love affairs too, okay? It can be recreation, hobbies, or sports. There's something where something's coming to an end. For some of you, this might even be someone that you were kind of like, because creativity, passion. Some of you could have been with someone maybe more passionately. That could be coming to an end, okay? This is karmic lessons. It's endings, but it's new hope. So there could be something where you guys are feeling really stressed and it's affecting your creativity, just throwing that out there. But the good thing is coming up ahead, this is coming to a close. So there's probably something new that's going to be birthed from this, which is very exciting, okay? Look at that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Are you ready for this? So we have got, 2 7s right there. This is your 6th house. This is health and diet. And this can be about like setbacks. It can be tactics, strategies, but it can be lying and deceit. You guys might actually be having some type of health issues, but you're kind of like lying to yourself. Like maybe you're not even really taking care of them. But the other side of this is maybe some of you are starting to get really strategic about some type of health issue. That could be, I mean, here's your constriction right here in your creativity and maybe sexuality, because this can be a love affair, and then directly related to health. So this can be affecting your mental health or your physical health. So some of you, it might actually be a health condition that, you know, like maybe it's a sexually transmitted disease or something, just throwing that out there, not to freak you guys out, but it's like you might be kind of putting something off, or, you know, like kind of lying to yourself, or maybe someone lied to you about something like that. There's the 7 of Swords is not my favorite thing to see in that position, okay? That could be a part of the darkness and you pulling yourself out of something, okay? It's just like accepting that and starting to take action in the direction of your health, okay? Not lying to yourself anymore. That can even be about diet. Like maybe there's things that you know you need to clean up about your diet, and you keep lying to yourself, or, you know, like deceiving yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, so up here, interesting. We've got the 7 of Wands that's in your marriage and partnerships position. Some of you guys might be, if you're in current relationships, you could be a little bit defensive or arguing with a partner. Some of you, if you're single, you're probably feeling more defensive about relationships. Like maybe a little bit like, oh, I don't need them, because you might have something where this could be influencing this, right? This is what I love about this spread. So you could have had some type of like relationship or something that constricted you here, and now it's affecting your view on partnerships, you know, like your view on long-term relationships or on marriages, because there's something here, 7 of Wands. It's about elevation, but it's also defensiveness. It can be competition, but it's kind of like you could be having a partner that you feel like you always are in some type of like constriction about. Do you know what I'm saying? Like there's always some type of you having to defend yourself, because I feel like in a way they might like getting a reaction out of you, Cap. Like I think they might know where your go is tied, and maybe you've also been in relationships like that in the past, 10 of Swords. And so now it's making you a little bit more like defensive when it comes to thinking about marriage or long-term partnerships. But there's definitely a little bit of a restriction there in your long-term relationships and how they influence you, okay? Now, this is interesting. So we have got in your mental exploration, we've got, this is all about travel and stuff. So we've got the Three of Pentacles. This is like recognition, it's collaboration, it can be success. Some of you might actually be coming to, oh, I'm so sorry. That is the, I got that wrong. This is the Scorpio house. This is all about death, sex, regeneration. So some of you might have actually had something happen third party. So that kind of makes sense to me when we've got this whole lineup here. There could be something influencing your relationship. If you're in a current relationship, it could have been a third party situation. And so it's affecting you all in this area over here, right? Defensive, conflict in relationships, or it could have been a fling that ended and you were wondering if there was a third party involved, and now you've got all this stuff influencing you on this side of the spread, okay? So definitely something for you to look at there when it comes to your transformation house. Now let me get to the Sagittarius house, okay? This is the mental exploration. Now it's actually kind of cool that you've got the King of Wands popping out for the Sagittarius position. That's fire. So I actually feel like for some of you guys, you, when it comes to the thing that lights you up, at least what's coming in currently, probably the thing that might pull you out of this dark period is this area. So some of you might be traveling. You remember what I said? We've got the Chariot here coming in. It could be that you're maybe saving the money to go travel because that will light you up. It's like you need some type of change in your physical reality to help you pull out of this phase. You need to like switch things up, which doesn't surprise me too with the Three of Wands exploration in your home life. So you might be trying to get out of your house and explore a little bit more and do things differently, because I think that you're realizing that's probably your saving grace right now. Like this is maybe even some of you with the mental exploration, I would start like exploring new things, you know, exploring new passions, because that might, like I said, be the thing that pulls you out of this period or this confusion or this darkness that you're experiencing, because it's all over here. Everything else is looking pretty good, honestly. So let's see what else comes out. We've got career coming in next. So let's see what pops out in this position. Oop, there we go. We've got the Hermit card coming out in your career. So some of you might be actual like tech people, okay? Some of you might actually have like, sorry, it's not focusing. You might have like an office job or something where you're doing research. There's something about your career, but I feel like you're more behind the scenes when it comes to your work. Like you do stuff on the computer or you do research. Some of you actually might be exploring new jobs, right? Because that can be going within, looking like soul searching, inner guidance. So some of you might be kind of pulling back and researching different options, like looking at different jobs for a career. Just throwing that out there if that applies. Or some of you literally just sit behind a desk. But I don't see a whole lot with the Hermit, whether it's like dissatisfying or not. I think it's going to fly both ways depending on where you fit into the equation here. So let's see what comes out with your friends. Ooh, well, this looks good. Okay, so we've actually, just kidding. 5 of Cups. So we've got overlooking positive, self-pity, regret, loss, disappointment. I think that you guys might have lost some friendships or something like recently, or you're just feeling a lack of that. But it's because you're still focused on relationships from the past. So maybe you're still thinking like, you're looking back at past relationships and it's almost like time for you to step into the new, okay? Because there's new relationships. This 5 of Cups, there's the 3 cups that have spilled over, but there's 2 standing. So there's actually some new connections. It's just based off of your perception, Cap. So like I said, you might have been through a lot of loss and disappointment when it comes to friendships, and maybe that's a part of the reason why maybe you're more focused on work right now rather than friendships. But it's interesting because I actually feel like that might help, like going to spend time with new friendships, new connections might help this, you know, all this area over here, because everything else is honestly looking pretty good for you guys over the next week, okay? And now, as your last one is the 12th house, we've got the Emperor card. That's a lot, I do want to say, your energy. But the 12th house, that's all about self-undoing. It's some type of repression in your life. But I feel like you guys, for some of you, you're either just like taking control over your life, you're not allowing yourself to fall back into any type of repression. Or for some of you, you might be starting to get more disciplined. Like you're starting, the Emperor, that's like discipline, discipline. So maybe for some of you, the biggest recommendation is that you need to get really disciplined. Everyone has been getting a card like that in that position, all about like getting structured and disciplined in that area of your life, because you'll start to see yourself thrive the more that you just, the Emperor can be kind of selfish, you know, like, and that might be what you need to do for a time cap, is start getting a little bit more selfish and controlling, like, about your own process to help you pull out of this constriction over here, okay? So I'm going to dive into the extended with this. If you guys want to join me over there, feel free. I'm going to go way further into all of this, see what other details we can get. So just go down below, click on the Vimeo link, and I'll see you on the other side. But Cap, if this is where we leave things, I'm sending you guys so much love, wishing you all the very best, and I'll see you in your next reading. Take care.